Good afternoon, everyone. Today, my partners and I will talk about the trade war between China and the United States. As you know, China and the United States are the two largest national economies. They are trade partners since 1980 till now. However, the percentage of the U.S. Donald Trump has frequently advocated tariffs because the U.S. had a significant trade deficit with China. In 2017, the trade deficit with China is $336 billion and $566 billion overall. The United States Business and Industry Council Alan Tonson thinks that the degree of Chinese undervaluation was at least 40%, and claiming that tariffs was the only way to fix this. In this video, we will mainly illustrate the impact on the agriculture industry due to imposed tariffs. Then we will analyze a larger soybean export from Bunge Limited to learn the influence and the risk caused by the trade war. Moreover, mention the effective means which can mitigate risk. Now, Polly will present her part about the U.S. agriculture products.
Now I will discuss the impact of the China-US trade war, which industry in China and the United States will be greatly affected. For China, the increase in tariffs has an impact on China's soybean import, cost and profits. Therefore, the price of soybean and soybean oil has increased compared with the previous period. Similar to this situation, the price of pork affected by tariffs will also rise. Other than this, China's manufacturing sector will be affected, resulting in restrictions on the sales of its products, and the closure of the plant may lead to a reduction in the employment. For the United States, the China-US trade war will have an impact on crude oil prices. Trade friction will slow the pace of China's import of crude oil from the United States. Secondly, the agricultural industry in most affected, especially soybeans. The increase in tariffs has led to a sharp decline in domestic order in China. American farmers may suffer serious losses in this trade war. Many farmers have been strained with a lot of soybeans that cannot be sold. Soybean prices in the United States have dropped significantly. Next, taking American Bunge Limited as an example, my partner will specifically analyze the impact of China-US trade war on U.S. agricultural soybeans.
Many American agribusiness firms have been influenced by this trade war. Today we focus on one company exporting soybean to China, which is Bunge. As one of the largest agribusiness and food companies in the world, which also established a close relationship with China, Bunge rarely gained quarterly losses after U.S.-China trade war started. First, to counter the additional tariff of America, China immediately increased the tariff to 25% on American goods. As a consequence, the price of soybean and the export volume of soybean have dramatically decreased in America. Similarly, this situation caused the decline of stock price of Bunge. The financial data of Bunge in 2018 showed a net loss of 20 cents per share in the quarter ended March 31, and at the same time in 2017, there was a profit of 31 cents per share. Second, one reason of the quarterly loss in agribusiness division is that Bunge did an excess of soybean futures at the beginning of trade war, because they thought this war was a short-term war, and the price of soybean will be increased when the trade war ends. However, the soybean price had been keeping a decreased trend in America. As a result, Bunge had a $125 million mark-to-market loss in the second quarter of 2018. In addition, due to the continuous poor performance in this trade war, there was a removal of the company chief executive, Soren Seroda, in December 2018. As an international company, currently, Bunge is looking for the profits from Brazil soybean, because Brazil soybean price has risen at a premium to U.S. soybean price during this trade war.
As Bunge is a multinational corporation, they are facing various risks of international operations, including adverse trade policies and trade barriers on agricultural commodities and commodity products, inflation, adverse economic effects resulting from governmental attempts to control inflation, changes in laws and regulations or their interpretation, or government policies and regulations affecting the agricultural enforcement in the countries, sovereign risk and risk of government intervention, financial risk caused by commodity price and currency. International trade disputes can adversely affect agricultural commodities trade flows by limiting or disrupting trade between countries and regions. A trade war between the US and China has led to both countries implementing tariffs or imported goods from the other, including on imports of US soybeans into China. This has led to significant volatility in commodity price, disruptions in historical trade flows, or shifts in planting partners in US and China, which have presented challenges and uncertainties from the business. It is hard to predict the effects and the future trade policy and the trade of any negotiated trade agreements and their impact on the business could have. Additionally, failure to resolve the trade dispute between the countries may also lead to unexpected operating difficulties in China, enhanced regulatory security in China, greater difficulty transferring funds, or even negative funds.
During the ongoing trade war, Bunge Limited experiences significant financial risks, including the drop of soybean price and the volatility of currency between two countries. In order to mitigate relevant risks, several methods can be used by Bunge Limited, which are commodity forward contracts, currency future, and currency call option. Firstly, we can see from the graph that soybean price keeps decreasing during the trade war. Under this situation, Bunge Limited can sell commodity forward contracts to hedge the losses. For instance, the current price of one contract for soybean is 800, and the company plans to sell one contract in 3 months at a price of 780. However, due to the impact of the trade war, the company assumed the soybean price will be 750 in 3 months. Thus, BG can sell a 3-month forward contract at 780. Then the $30 losses can be mitigated if the price is truly decreased to 750. Secondly, during the trade war, the currency will be more volatile. Bunge Limited is a company who mainly exports soybean and other agricultural products to China. Thus, BG needs to transfer the RMB it has earned into US dollar. Therefore, BG will experience losses if the currency increases, which means it can gain less US dollar with the same RMB. Under this situation, BG can make currency future or currency call option to maintain the currency at a stable level. Therefore, the currency risk can be mitigated. Moreover, the currency call option is better than the currency future because if the currency decreases, BG can choose not to exercise the call option to gain unlimited upward benefits.
In conclusion, according to the above discussion, we can note that the imposed tariffs during the China and US trade war caused a significant negative influence on the industries of both sides. Although there are many methods we can find to mitigate loss after the analysis of Bunge Limited, the best way to promote cooperation and further development is to negotiate to end the trade war. That's all. Thank you for watching this video.